Hi, good evening. Okay, so for today, the recap was pretty easy. So we know from our previous recap that we are looking for buys, right? So we are now in bullish territory and we trade. This was the candle I traded, this candle, the 6 a.m. 4-hour candle, that's 6 a.m. GMT, right? So when I came to the chart, I started drawing up I started marking up my charts, right? And obviously there was a resistance, there was a support, right? The 2 a.m. candle created that support, right? So having understood that there's a resistance, there's a support, we have already, so you know that price moves like this. So you want to always be buying at this support, right? Okay. So I looked at the news. There was nothing happening, at least for today. There was nothing happening today for pound yen, but we do note the intervention being made by the Bank of England. So we know that this bullish momentum will continue, at least in the interim, right? So we drew out our zones like this, but this trade, and we also know that volume comes in between 6:30 to 8 a.m. GMT, right? So we hunted for those volumes and we got it in the 15-minute candle. So these were my zones. So I went down to the 15-minute. This was the candle we traded. So let's do this. Let's see how we can blow out these zones. So let's assume that this was not there, right? Let's assume that nothing was there, right? So this was not there. Yeah, yeah, this was not there. Okay, all right. So beautiful, beautiful. So when I came, I noticed that price had rejected here. So price had rejected here. It was rejecting here again, right? This candle more like created a minor resistance, right? This candle created a minor resistance. This candle here, this green candle, and this candle created a minor resistance. As you can see, that price was rejecting this area, right? So what did I do? I waited for volume. So this 7 o'clock candle, as soon as this 7 o'clock candle began to break the highs of these candles, I took buys to retest here TP1 and here TP2, right? So buys were executed at the break of this high to retest here because you know that price moves like this, as I told you, in an uptrend. And we know that we're in an uptrend. So you want to be buying at these levels. So I wanted to, there was already a support, this sort of support here. There were no high volatile news. We know that what the banks were doing, what the Bank of England was doing would keep pumping up GJ. So we're looking for buys. We have created we are expecting this our 4-hour zone, right? We were closing bullish. The next candle, volume candle, 7 a.m. buys we are taking. Close the first buys here. Try to allow it to run, but it was stopped out, obviously, when this candle retraced. So yeah, this is this is this was the trade for the day, right? So the trade for the day, this was the trade for the day. And yeah, I hope you got something from it. So in terms of this week, tomorrow, looking at the weekly, we're already making a strong rejection, right? So this candle has already collected orders. So we will look at next week, maybe making a push down before rocketing up like this, right? That's what next week will be like this on the weekly. Now for the daily, what do we see on the daily? At least for tomorrow, because I'm done trading today. Now this candle, so price is rejecting here, right? This candle today is a bit tricky because this candle closed with no wick to the upside, right? Depending on how this candle closes, depending on how this current daily candle closes, right? We'll see whether that price will continue up to at least retest here, right? And we see our price continues to at least retest this candle here, and then maybe continue up to retest this zone, right? So that's it. See you all tomorrow, and thank you for watching.